But now, okay, so right, the cage is the ultimate weapon, right? It's the depleter. It depletes the bar, right? But now, when you have to do the gimmick where you're trying to get out, but you can't, and the other guy's down, so you're timing your climb with, I guess, peripheral vision. When is he starting to wake up and come out of the cell? Are you going too fast? Because then when you get that leg over, you just have to drop. So you gotta like, okay, I'll just.
I remember the first time Scott and I had a cage match, and I was the heel, and I was in there first, and it was the blue one, the blue cage, and I could stand in the corner, and I could put my hands up and grab the cage.
Oh my God!
So Scott walks in the thing. He looks at me. He looks across me. I can see his face go like what? Like he say, and as he said, "What an optical of Jesus! Like this dude's already halfway out, and he's standing on the canvas."
It's like a kid. The cage is like a kiddie pool for Nash.
So we had some fun. We had a lot of fun doing those. But we would always do the one where you get up on the top rope, and I do the barrage. Like I do the stuff that I would do at like the back, but I just do it against the cage, But I see my whole problem is on a lot of these things, like you watch guys like set up, and so they're going to take somebody, they're going to do a move and take them back into the middle of the canvas. Off the top rope with by using the cage, and these guys like put each other in position, like the one guy's, instead of just picking the guy up and giving him a belly to back, it's like because they want to do some springboard bullshit thing, the one guy's like got to put his arm here to put this here, and all of a sudden it's just like, Jesus, man, it took 3.5 minutes to set the damn thing up. Like, could you make it any more of a work? Like, why don't you just make it a damn, Chinese wire movie?
Well, that's like we talked about the assistants. When you can see assistants in a match, you gotta reevaluate that if you can see someone help.
I used to hate that when they had that era where they had the, roll through something and the guy would grab his feet and flip it, and it was like you could just tell that it was like Cirque du Soleil. It was like a choreographed tumbling routine.
Yeah. I mean, it became the flip-to-do stuff became a big focus. That's why I always liked the big guys being in there. A little Kamala, who we're gonna see later today, by the way.
Nice.
I always preferred a lot of variation on style on a card, and but listen, when you had like fucking Dynamite, or when Tiger Mask would come in and do shots, that shit was great, but it was
Dynamite was so far ahead of his time.
Yeah, but it was one spot on the card.
Yeah,
it wasn't 4 matches because it would obviously deplete.
Dynamite was so far ahead of his time.
Yeah, but it was one spot on the card.
Yeah,
it wasn't 4 matches because it would obviously deplete.